Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live. Oh, it's so good to be home and back in the Stu studio. It was good to see you, though, Danielle.
You still miss me?
I do. Of course. But now I remember what you smell like, and that was really important to me for some reason. Didn't I smell you the instant I came in the door? I was like, hey, how you doing? I got all up in your business. Anyway, so this is Danielle. For those who are new to the stream, we were married once and then we didn't talk for a couple decades, but we're back friends now. Yay!
Yay!
And now she's on the show, and you're looks like you're some sort of influencer. Well, when I read your shirt, I certainly am influenced. Anybody else feeling influenced? It's going to be an interesting show tonight, as I will regale you with more details about the D-bag that hit my car and stopped my California trip in its tracks. He had some nerve. Wait until you hear what happened next.
The nerve.
The nerve. And we're going to have Ben Cartwright on. He was in our Route 66 group briefly until his Corvette broke. Of all the cars, of all the cars I thought would break down, I certainly thought it would be mine. But Smitty made it the whole way, and he was the only one that made. Yeah, he made it there all the way to Santa Monica. Smitty, he made it. Yep. So Ben Cartwright will be on. He is an airline pilot. So if you have any questions that you always wanted to know about an airline pilot, I mean, of course we already know that they are all really cool, right? You have to be cool to be an airline pilot. But he's also an Aussie, he's Australian, and he's just a really interesting guy. I have some very, very interesting questions for him about the airline industry. We can't mention what airline he worked for, though. No, we can't. Anyway, so my goodness, thank you, everybody. It's good to be back. Danielle, what is new with you? What was your favorite part of our visit together?
My favorite part of our visit together was actually flying the drone.
Oh yeah, when you flew the drone?
Or just the car ride and the comic relief of
the dash cam.
Just being silly, yeah. But see, we were doing that before I even knew there was a dash cam. So ladies, be careful. So
oh, that's right.
I knew there was. Yeah. But then I said something, you're like, that's funny. And then you're like, I was like, is that recording us the whole time? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. It's on now.
Look, if it weren't for the dash cam, I wouldn't be getting my car fixed. Because, and I'll just tell you now, the dude that hit my car, I talked to his insurance adjuster today. And I said to him, well, what did the other driver say? And the insurance adjuster laughed. He said he didn't hit you. And he kept on with that. He's like, yeah, I didn't hit that guy. And then the insurance adjuster had to let him know. Well, they had about 7 cameras because he doesn't know about the video. He doesn't know about the video. He knew that I had a camera in my hand when I was getting out of the car. Anyway. Yeah.
He sure did. 'Cause we all did. We were all like mimicking. Look.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm freaking out. Like, bleep this, bleep that.
Ben,
yeah.
You hit me.
Yeah. So we'll be experiencing the weekly Beau Chart this evening. And, of course, Jeff has all the wonderful news. But first, we got to get right back into it. They haven't been on in a little bit. It is the Cadillac of processed meat. I'm talking about pigeon and jerky.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky,
the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah! Thank you, Pigeon Jerky. We appreciate you. Oh, so much. So, I do want to thank, as I hear, it seems like there is a super chat train happening, and right after this quick train goes through, we will get right into the news. But I want to thank, very quickly, all the people that super chatted early on. Where is that picture? Where's that photo? I got to share this with you. and it's gone. And I don't have it. Well, thank you to all the Robs, and I think King Herod the Great one, and a couple other the regulars. Also, Philip Koshat. Thank you, Philip. $5 from Philip. Good evening, everyone. Just now getting off work, heading home, he says. Pick it back up early. And Wes Dunn, $10. Thank you, Wes Dunn, for that $10. This was a very expensive first vacation. This was my first real vacation, Danielle. I've never, other than our honeymoon together, I've never taken a vacation from anything.
That's not true. You know, you said that, and I thought about it.
Yeah, and where was my vacation from before?
We would go to Ocean City, New Jersey all the time, it seemed like.
For the weekend?
No.
Really? For more?
I remember spending holidays there.
Is that a vacation? Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we would, I mean, in terms of going somewhere that wasn't where family was, yeah, that was.
I didn't take a lot of your typical vacations. But,
why is that?
Because I'm a workaholic. Yeah, that's probably why we're not married anymore. Anyway, Wes Dunn says, good evening. $10, thank you very much. And Media Mike, thanks Media Mike for the $20. Hi Ken and Danielle, back home in Tennessee, thumbs up. You know, my face is getting red. Let me turn up the air conditioner. You know I have a wall unit here in this old-fashioned house. I can turn it up. Whew, get a little wall. I'm getting the vapors. Oh my goodness. She'll correct me on everything. She remembers everything.
He would freeze us out, y'all. It'd be like icicles hanging.
Oh yeah, well you live in Arizona, so you love all that hot weather, right?
Yes.
Do you ever turn on the air conditioning in your house?
Yes, it's on right now because it's set at 80.
Is it set at 80?
Because it's like 90 outside, 91 outside.
We could never live together again. Like if for some reason there was a situation where I couldn't. It is. What?
It is important to be able to have those types of characteristics that you know about someone to live with them, because it is hard to live. Like if you're a very orderly person and you like it warmer, and you're with someone who likes it cold and they're not orderly and they
throw things around,
that's going to create some conflict.
Who are you talking about here?
You should know yourself and know the person you're picking.
You were looking at me when you were saying liked it cold and messy. Hey, I like the garbage in my house to be cold. I carve a path. You're making everybody think I'm a hoarder. I'm not. I'm a neat person.
No, I'm like a minimalist though. Like.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't even like to sleep with the air conditioner cranked up?
80, and I'm good.
Okay, all right, hold on. Pause the super train. For just, hold on. I sleep with, and I think this was always the case, like with tons of blankets on, even in the summer, and then I just crank that air conditioner.
Yeah.
No?
No. I mean, I still have covers on with 80.
Have we changed that much? How do we ever sleep together? How is that possible?
Well, you were a heater, so that your body heat was relevant, I'm sure.
See, now that's sweet. She called me hot. Anyway, all right, back to this. Thank you. This is a weird show. All right. Joe Fodelea with $20. Thank you very much. He says, welcome home, Ken. Love the Route 66 videos. Sorry that the stupid bastard had to F it all up. Yes, he did F it all up. And even in the end, he claimed that he didn't hit me. Moron. Idiot. Video. Hey, how about that? Ken Torbeck, $5.69. Danielle, it's so nice that you let Ken be on your show. Yes, it's the Danielle show. Thank her very much for letting me on it.
I'm the smart one. I get to show up and not do any prep work. Just be like, hi.
Even her lighting is better than mine. I don't know how that is. I don't think it's the lighting.
How to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's the lighting. I think it's the Artco Drone Solutions, $5. This is for the Mako Fund. Yes, for those who don't know, there was a body shop called Mako, and their slogan was "Uh-oh, better get Mako." Artco is our age, so. Aviano Rob C. Hey, $50. Thank you, Rob. Man, my Rob's always coming through. You started the show without me. Please start over. Thank you. You got it, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to Rob. All right.
I don't know that.
No, you don't. Oh, jeez.
I was like, who's this guy?
Did I say her name?
No, she's just listening to you.
Alexa, you're fired.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cajun Controller, thanks for the $10, buddy. Thanks for the stickers. You got it. I got to get more stickers. Trevor Fuss, $5. Thank you very much, Trevor. Thanks for making a fuss over the show. Boreal Jeff with a Canadian $10. I think Canadian money is almost like real money, isn't it? Just kidding, Canada. Great to have the full weekly show back on. Yes. It was weird being out there in the middle of nowhere and on a Thursday. Georgia Biscuit. That's a good username, isn't it? Georgia Biscuit. Keith, $5. Thank you very much. And Drone Rob at the 247. All aboard the quick train. Drone Rob also donated $20 earlier in the pre-show. Thank you, Drone Rob. And Dyna Drone with the $5. I just made it here, and I have to go early for the fire drill. 20 till 6 tonight. Volunteer fire person, man, he is. Is it fireman? Fireman. No, fire person? Have we gotten politically
Fireman.
correct? Fireman? So a woman can be a fireman?
As far as I know, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did meet a fireman who was a woman who called herself a fireman.
Okay. Well, that's cool. You call yourself whatever you want, as long as you put out my fire. Newfoundland Drones with the $5. Thank you very much for that. Super sticker. What does that say? Critical hit. Super sticker. I've never seen that one before. Jack Weiser, $5. Thank you very much. He says, how's it going? Danielle, how is it going?
Ooh, it's going amazing. It is sunny still here in Arizona, and I'm getting to be able to be here with you guys.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you for making time. But you can't resist teasing me, and there'll be much more of that, I'm sure, coming up. WHM3, $20. Thank you very much. Why does a bride cry at her wedding? She doesn't get the best man. She's getting the idiot standing next to him. That's a good one. Thank you. Eric Swanson, $10. Thanks for all the Route 66 videos. Really sorry about the car, though. Yeah, the insurance company is going to pay for my car repair, my injury, and my lost wages. So, yes, that's good. I don't know how soon that'll be, but once I get that car fixed, I'll still need all that gas money. So, thank you, guys. Kip's camera, $5. Ken, it's a dry 80. Yeah, that's the thing. There's no humidity. And there's no mosquitoes in Arizona, right?
Right. Yeah, you were almost sold by that, weren't you?
That's crazy. You said there's no mosquitoes.
I mean, there are, but you can leave your door open and no mosquitoes are coming in.
Yeah, but other bugs will come in, won't they?
Yes.
Yes, they will.
But, or scorpions or...
Yeah, scorpions or giant spiders the size of your hand or, stuff like that.
I don't see spiders that much.
No?
But there, mosquitoes will be around like water, like pools of water.
Okay. All right, good. So there's no pools of water in Arizona, and that's why there are no mosquitoes. Excellent.
There actually are.
Klaus. Hey, Klaus. Yes, Klaus. Thank you for the 20 euros. Nice guy. Because it can. And welcome to the Drone Pilot Club, Danielle. Yes, when are you going to get a drone, Danielle?
Can you send me one, Ken?
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm already sending your sister one.
You are?
And why is that?
That's so good.
Because I'm a super nice ex-husband.
You are the best ex-husband.
Am I the best
ever.
Ex-husband of all the ex-husbands? Am I the best one? Okay, good. Excellent.
Of all my exes.
Of all of them.
You're number one.
Oh, great. It was so close. This is me and that other dude. It's neck and neck. Joseph Marlon Carter, thanks for the two pounds. Thank you very much. Danielle, if Ken was a drone, where would you fly him?
Oh! To the dark side of the moon.
No, the answer is to Phoenix.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Northside Hawk Drone Tech. I think that's an Australian. $2. Thank you. Great to see you have an Aussie on the show. And the caboose of this love train is Stanley Leary with the $10. Thanks for the positive attitude. We always have to have a positive attitude because you know what? That's what life is about. It's all about having fun and being positive, right?
Depends on who you ask, but it is nice to hear what you think the meaning of life is.
Yeah, there are some grumpy Gusses out there. We don't need them. We don't need
But you know what's cool?
What?
Is if you look at a brain that's been like an MRI imaged brain that's on a negative train of thought versus one that's on a positive, that the positive one is so much more lit up, of course. And we know that. We talk about that, like it's better to live a positive life, but the science is backing it up and like how much more good things happen to us when we have a positive state of mind.
It's so much harder to be mean and rotten than it is just to be damn nice.
But only if you're in the habit of either or.
True.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this, I'm pretty good at dipping down into the douchery. Oh boy, yeah. Anyway, so Flagstaff was as far as I got on this trip, and I've got a brief video from John, who filmed us at our last Airbnb, which was in Flagstaff, and this is me before I headed home down 40 for like 1,400 miles, saying goodbye to everyone there in Flagstaff.
The only bad time I really had was the first day for me for the speeding ticket I got in the damn ass town of Oklahoma. That's terrible.
You and I both had run-ins with police.
Oh, sure did. You had a better experience than I did, though.
I mean, with the police, yeah.
You did.
Yeah. But you want to trade your speeding ticket for my body damage?
A lot more damage there.
Look at that. I had a really fun time with you, man.
Great time, by the way. The only thing I had a problem with, I had problems keeping with you guys. You guys moved along pretty quick, but we figured out how to take care of it.
Yeah. Thank you for...
You bet.
And thank the wife.
Oh, I will. She
watching?
Yeah, she's love you. Oh, she will. She'll see it.
Thank you for letting John come play with us.
Ken's been a great guy.
All right.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Ken.
Safe travels.
Well, I will. Same to you. Have a good trip back.
And send me some video clips.
I'll do that.
All right.
See you. Maybe catch you on the way, maybe.
All right.
At a gas station.
Yeah. I'll send you that glimpse link.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, see you at a gas station.
So this is John's drone, and that was where we stayed. It's got 4 bedrooms. It was a really nice place. That was the nicest part of Flagstaff, was being able to sleep in that house. But then John, this is one of the places we wanted to go. This is the crater, the meteor crater. I really wanted to go out there. Have you ever been out there? It's in Arizona. You been to the crater?
Yes.
Is it crater than any other hole you've seen?
It's pretty epic. I was hoping you would get to see that. So what is this footage? Who took this footage?
That was John.
It was John?
Yeah, one of the guys that was with us.
I know John.
Oh yeah, you met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't
Sweetheart.
meet Ben, our
Correct.
airline
but
pilot.
I get to meet him today.
You'll meet him tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
And before we go anywhere else, now I was on the road. I started getting a lot of messages from people saying, "Hey Ken, thanks for my prize." And I thought, what's going on? What? And then I come to find out there's somebody imitating me, trying to scam people on my channel in the comments. So I got with YouTube and I put the kibosh on as much of that as I could, but always remember, look for my little check mark next to my name everywhere. That means I'm verified. That means it's me. If you don't see the check mark, then it's a scammer. But to remind you about that, here is next week's guest. This is Fisheye with a warning.
Hey, Don. Hey, Fisheye, what's up? Have you seen this comment? It looks like Ken Heron is giving us a prize. That is a scam. That's not real. Well, can I mess with him? Sure, I guess. Oh boy, oh boy. The following audio is a dramatic reading of an actual conversation. Hi, Ken.
Hello. Congratulations. Can I see a screenshot for confirmation?
Huh?
Screenshot of what I commented on my YouTube channel, okay?
The comment is gone.
What's your full name?
Fisheye.
You won an Apple MacBook Pro, one Apple Watch Series 7, 2 hoodies, and one limited edition sticker.
Seems too good to be true.
Yeah.
How do I know this is really you?
No scam or prank here. This is real. But if you're not comfortable, you can forfeit it, okay?
Oh no, that stuff sounds really great. How do I get it?
What's your shipping address and postal code?
I still have your email. I'll send the info there.
Aha.
Just send it.
We need your full residential address you want the package to be delivered to.
It's the same one you used last time.
We can't just send our lucky winners packages like that without shipping address and postal code. Please send if you want.
And have you checked your email yet?
Please send here.
In this messaging app?
Yeah.
Why not use your email like you do for all your giveaways? I'll send my address on this app if you tell me one thing.
Are you here for question, or you are here to claim your package?
Who isn't on Beauchart's wall?
What's your shipping address and postal code, please? We need a feedback from you as soon as possible. Let us know if you're comfortable with the prize, or we should cancel your package.
By the way, I'm tracking your progress on Glimpse. You shouldn't be texting and driving.
Okay.
What state are you driving through now? What model of MacBook Pro did I win? Does it have the M1 Pro or the M1 Max? I'd prefer the Max, obviously. What kind of stickers do I get? I just sent the address again to your email. I don't know why you're not seeing it. Maybe it's going to the spam folder. Hello? Ken, are you there?
Please do not disturb here. Okay.
You contacted me, remember? I have a prize package. Did you get my address yet?
No.
Are you checking the account from your website? I'm pretty good at email. If you'd trust me with the login, I could probably figure out why mail isn't coming through. It would have to be after 5 o'clock Central Time, but before 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is dinner time, and Uncle Extra is fixing spaghetti. Hello? Does 5:30 sound good? I guess a safe bet when dealing with scammers is to report them, but I'm not sure if that does any good, so the real safe bet is just block them.
Just block them, and make sure you subscribe to Mudball Creative. There's a link in the description right now. I'm on his page right now. Let's go very quickly. He's got 121 subscribers. Okay, so do your pal Ken a favor and subscribe to him. His videos are hilarious. And
that is funny.
Yeah, and he's going to be our guest very soon. But right now, I guess it's time to get into the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Woo, I think that was a record. Let's head on into the drone newsosphere with Jeff Sills and see what's happening. What's going on there, buddy? Yeah. He's muted. Oh, that's the best kind of news.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now, yes, I hear you now.
All right, because I have, it's one thing that sucks is you have two mute options, and you never know which one you flipped on.
Right. Well, so I'm going to flip you off unless you do the news. What you got?
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, I missed him. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
All right. So first in the news, new high-resolution photographs of the DJI Mini 3 were leaked this weekend. The rumored launch date of April 28th for this drone is getting closer, and these photos have surfaced online showing the sub 250-gram drone out in the wild. These drones showed the drone on the ground and in mid-flight, and also showed photographs, fairly good photographs of the DJI RC, also, which is this new remote controller with a built-in high-resolution screen that's supposed to launch alongside the Mini 3. So, all in all, it's yet more leaks from a company that leaks a lot.
They leak a lot.
Yeah.
It does actually look pretty cool, but here's a question. Should the controller be bigger than the drone itself? Right? I mean, it does look huge, doesn't it? Unless that's teeny tiny, like little girl hands or something. I don't know.
It's a good size. It's a good size controller. So we'll see as we get closer to that unannounced, rumored launch date.
Any word on the features or anything? It's gonna.
That's kind of all over the place. I know that they were talking about it having a 2,453 milliamp battery, which is an improvement over the Mini 2.
Mm-hmm.
It has more obstacle avoidance sensors, and the specs for this.
Can you hit a fence head on? Can you let Joshua Bardwell fly it into a fence head on and have it survive? Because the Mini 2 could do that. I did the Bardwell test into a fence.
No. I've paid very close attention to Mr. Bardwell's channel, and he's not going to hit a fence.
Oh, he did. When I was there, he was flying my Mini 2. He was trying to FPV it through his fence, and he hit the fence. But it was fine. It was fine. Yeah. But let me know in the chat if or the chat would be that's Danielle. Chat's somewhere down there. If you're going to get one, if you plan on getting one, if you want one.
So yeah, it's going to be cool.
It is going to be cool.
Next in the news, we have, this was my sort of favorite story of the week. Russia lost their flagship recently. No crew were lost, but the ship was being towed and it sank. And the Russians said that it was all because of an internal fire. The Ukrainians said that it was hit by a pair of one-ton missiles. What actually has come out is that the Ukrainians were right, and that it was hit by a pair of one-ton missiles. But what's even more interesting is that the crew that were defending the ship at the time were distracted by drones.
Now, is that right? So this ship we're seeing right here, is that the Russian ship?
Yes. It's the
and that's
Moskva.
That's the one that is a coral reef now?
Yes. It is. It is now part of the sunken Black Sea Fleet.
Yeah.
And the Moskva was a major ship for Russia. Losing this is very detrimental.
Yeah,
to
and
them.
you know what? We laugh because the Ukrainians are kicking their asses, but when something like this happens, then the Russians will retaliate and start doing more war crimes. So it's just a terrible situation that keeps going on. Hopefully there'll be a resolution soon.
Yeah, with this one, I found it really humorous that a pair of Turkish drones distracted the defense system so that the Ukrainians could hit it. I thought that was great.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
All right. So next in the news, in Texas, we're going to have a whole bunch of exciting things happening in regards to drone delivery. Oh. First of which is this particular company that's going to make sure that we get our burritos.
Oh,
really fast.
Because this is definitely going to happen. We're looking at the future. Danielle, what do you think of that? That's tomorrow, man. That is definitely, without a doubt, absolutely 1,000% going to happen. Your thoughts, Danielle?
Gosh, my thoughts are, I already think it's weird when people are doing the grocery shopping for us and delivering it to our homes. So, or people showing up at your front door. Now it's going to be a drone.
Yeah. I don't know if you were picking up on my sarcasm, but there's no freaking way that's ever going to happen.
Okay, good. Yeah. I was believing
it.
Oh,
no. There's too many lawyers. There's too many lawyers in the world. If all the lawyers disappeared and went to Mars or something, then we could have these flying blades of death going around in our front yards with our children there. But as it is, no, that's never going to happen. It's just not. But hey, good college try for those people who keep. Hey, all right. What if we had a drone, right, quadcopter with a string that drops shit, and then little Timmy comes out and he pulls the drone. Wait, no, okay, bigger drone. Okay, We have an octocopter, big, huge thing, right? Blades can decapitate you if it ever get down to your level. Put on shit on a string. We drop it. Timmy comes out. I mean, lawyers are like looking at this stuff. Yes, please do drone deliveries, please. Yes.
So that video that we just watched that you graciously allowed us to view, Jeff, who made that and why?
The company is Flytrex. They're a startup company. They're expanding food delivery services in Texas using drones.
Okay.
So they're working on trying to bring this type of option to fast food. Primarily is I think their niche. But I thought, this one is interesting because in Texas, we're starting to see a lot more of the technical side of things. We're seeing a lot of the more robotic stuff here. We see little robot dogs starting to be used with the police departments, et cetera. So I'm actually kind of interested knowing that this is now sort of going to be in our area. I mean, Houston obviously is a place that they'll try to do stuff like this. And it will be interesting to see what happens.
Why do you say it like Houston will be the spot? Why Houston?
Big metroplexes like this are good targets for companies because the areas are the neighborhoods are very, very centralized, and they're all well defined. You can't go 5 blocks in Houston without seeing the same food restaurant or fast food chain or retail center that you just saw 5 miles down the road again.
That's right. So why not put hot food under 4, 5, 8 fans and get it right to your house freezing cold? That's brilliant.
Because Houston is known as one of the top 5 most obese cities in our country. So that's why I asked if that was... So it's close to what you're
speaking of
saying.
obese, we're going to play a game later that involves all of our weights. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. And as far as delivery drones go, I've said it before. I'll say it again. There will be defibrillators being delivered by drone. There will be blood delivered in cities from hospital to hospital. But there's no way on God's green earth that I'm going to have tube socks delivered from Walmart. It's just not going to happen. It can't happen. It won't happen. It's not going to happen. Take my word for it. Read my lips. All right. So yeah, we have some more stories in regards to deliveries this evening. But
Oh, boy.
Next in the news, this one is got a lot of mixed reactions. There is a USFL football league, and they had their opening weekend recently, and they showcased something that was a little bit different. Now, this is United States Football League, not the National Football League. So they decided that it would be a great idea to use drones as part of the gameplay.
Oh, my God.
In other words, instead of having one of the fly cams, they had the FPV out during play, and this is the footage from the opening weekend.
Wow. Now, they already had one of the fly cam that you're talking about is a cable-driven system that does similar thing, but they just set this dude out to fly around the players. It's amazing footage, but...
Yeah, there's a very strong mixed reaction from the I guess from people as to whether or not they felt that this was safe, that it was a good idea, or the potential of him interacting or interfering with the play, etc. We know that technology is getting more and more into the football genre. They've got mics in their helmets. They've got all sorts of ways to be able to communicate. The technology is in the game, but this, I don't know if I need to have an FPV drone following the football in the middle of the play.
I mean, I'm cool with it if everybody there is cool with it, but there's not everybody there is on board with it. I'm sure they told the players before the game what was going to happen, right?
Yeah,
but
I would imagine.
I would hope so, because when those are right by you, like the first time that I launched and I was like, the blades spinning around, they're loud and they feel like, ooh, that can really hurt you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not familiar,
if you've never been around that, it would be a distraction.
It is startling. It is.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to have been the pilot to get the green light to do that. That would have been fun.
Yeah, and I give credit to where credit's due. The pilot did a good job getting himself into position and timing it right, etc. So, all in all, the end result was rather impressive. But it's just a question of whether or not it's the best thing to be doing during gameplay. So,
well, in that take, it was on point. But what about the other ones that weren't included?
There will be that one time,
Right, and then they'll have to. The referee will, throw this flag. Drone on the field, 10 yards. What they'll have to come up with some kind of rule for drones. But
all right. So next, this one is from news that was actually going to be shown during the time that you were out. So this one I wanted to save because I thought it was just absolutely spectacular. This drone captured the moment that a skier triggers an avalanche and then gets away from it at high speed.
Okay. That's kind of awesome. Oh, these guys sound French. French people are crazy. Sure, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Did you hear? He goes, merde! Danielle, do you know what merde means?
No.
It means shit.
You know shit in every language.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, wee, I just crashed off a mountain. To be 20 years old. Yeah.
That's German, I think, for again.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Shit in German is Scheiße.
Yes, you taught me that many times.
All right. All right.
Yes, we've all watched Indiana Jones. Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay.
All right. So back to our delivery drones. FedEx is going to start testing a 1,900-pound drone that they're going to be using to haul packages. This is called the Chaparral. It's a hybrid electric uncrewed aircraft that FedEx will use for the middle mile for deliveries.
So this will deliver to homes?
No, this is going to deliver from locations to locations, FedEx locations to FedEx locations, but it's part of what they call the middle mile, where they have to go from from one
distribution
FedEx center to another.
Okay, well that's cool. Yeah, that would be great. I can't see that big boy land on someone's lawn.
Yeah. And so, but this is definitely not going to be landing on somebody's lawn. But the nice thing is, and it's interesting, this is a hybrid drone. So it's not using the typical stuff that we're familiar with. It measures 27 feet across, 19 feet long, weighs 1,900 pounds. It stands 7 feet tall.
So you could shove like probably 4 or 5 toddlers in there.
300 to 500 pounds per pod in the belly. And Ken, hold on. You ready for this?
Yeah.
It has a range. Don't be sitting down.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
300-mile range.
Ooh. See, now that's practical. That is a practical use of drone technology. Yeah.
Why?
This drone could fly at 100 miles an hour from New York to Boston.
That's great.
That's the type of work that this particular type of drone will do.
See, now we're talking. We're not like Delivtronics. We got a Phantom 3 and we tied a string to it. Here's your hot dog. Just stop. Because everybody who found out about drones last week is, you know what we could do? We could deliver food to people. And they think they're the first one to think of it. I'm sorry. I'm just so down on that. It's never going to happen. Back to you in the newsroom.
All right. So apparently recently Anderson Cooper got a chance to take a ride in a drone.
Oh, that's right. This is the Lift Hexa.
Yes.
I was going to try to land over the camera. Yeah, absolutely.
To land, I maneuvered Hexa into position, pressed a button, and the computers did the rest.
Right there. You are on the ground, and the props are spinning down.
That is cool. I stop laughing.
Piece of cake, right?
That was awesome.
Is it
that
fun?
Was so much fun.
Yes.
Wow.
I love it.
I so just want to take off with it.
I know.
Matt Chasen is CEO of Austin-based Lift Aircraft, which makes Hexa. He envisions a future where it's used by commuters to skip rush hour traffic.
You can fly 10 miles in 10 minutes instead of spending over an hour on the roads during rush hour congestion.
Now, we are getting closer to these eVTOLs, and if you can deliver a handsome newsman, then certainly you could deliver some tube socks with it. Give Anderson Cooper some tube socks. Send it all over. Right.
If anybody happens to have a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator's new simulator, they've actually put that drone in the Flight Simulator recently, and you can actually fly one.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
For those of you that are Flight Sim fans, there you go.
If you look back on my channel,
you have to sing Meet George Jetson.
Wait.
He's got Elroy.
There it is. Any opportunity to sing.
Next line.
That's right.
Daughter Judy.
All right. It's the Danielle Show, everybody.
Jane, his wife.
By the way, you can look back on my channel, and we had one of the Lyft guys on. They do a really great job at marketing that thing. And of all of the eVTOLs, I would ride that one.
Yeah,
because you look like Anderson Cooper.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for pointing that out, Danielle.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Ex-wife. All right.
All right. So next in the news, recently a small Montana town that has probably 300-400 people living there got an extra 100 people added to their town when they had stranded truckers. And one of the local news stations actually caught some drone footage of literally hundreds, if not more than several hundred, semi-trucks that had inundated this poor town that got stranded when the roads got blocked.
They don't look too blocked. They can get out of there. Come on.
No, it's the roads past the town that were blocked that they couldn't get through.
Oh, I see.
What was really cool, though, is that because all of these truckers got stranded there, all the local churches opened their doors. They provided cots and meals for the truckers that were stuck there overnight and showed some great hospitality. So hats off to the people in this particular town that were kind enough to do that. It's Broadus, Montana.
Oh, that is nice. That's very nice.
Do you know how they act in Alabama when the snow comes down? And you remember that? You thought it was so funny.
Oh, man.
The black ice! The black ice!
Yeah, it's a snowpocalypse. And everybody on the radio except me, they're like, get your milk! Get your bread! Oh, it's pandemonium! Oh my God, we're all gonna die! There's half an inch of snow on the ground! Ah!
It's true. But those truckers were legit. That was Montana, and Montana doesn't mess around.
Oh, Montana.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. So next in the news, the continuing.
She had to get the last two in. She had to have the last one.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, back to you, Jeff.
Papa Jeff.
All right. So the continuing story of the AN-225 Myriad is this particular footage
that
was
sad.
recently shared. This is drone footage of the facility that the Mira was stored at. This was taken, I believe, in March 31st. This is, I guess, soon after the Russians had left the area. Now, there were two aircraft. There was one that was completed, one that wasn't completed. The one that wasn't completed, the body for that is still stored and is not as damaged. And there is a chance they would potentially be able to take the second body and rebuild the AN-225, which I know is something that they're actively talking about. There's a lot of groups that want to support that idea.
Yeah, Danielle, we're talking about the world's largest plane here. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, this aircraft was the world's largest aircraft. It held numerous world records for heavy lifts of just insane cargo. We're talking hundreds of thousands of tons of stuff that it would carry.
And the Russians targeted it on purpose because it used to be a Russian plane, didn't it?
Yes, this was the aircraft that was built to carry the Russian space shuttle, which was the Buran space shuttle. And after the fall of the Soviet Union, the Ukrainians were left with it. And it stayed there.
You know what? When you think about it, the Russians are just a bunch of little bitches. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, for real. Think about it. We can't have planes. You can't have plane. Ha, ha, ha. Take that, Ukraine. Right? What a bitchy move. For real. Leave the plane alone. It's not like they're going to take the world's largest plane and bomb Russia with it. It wasn't a military target. It was just a bitchy move by a bunch of people. We don't have the largest plane anymore. Oh, let's go bomb it. Little bastards.
Well, and there's actually some debate right now going on about why the aircraft was still there, why it hadn't been moved long before the conflict started. And I know that that's also another investigation that I'd like to hear some feedback on in the future as well, because there's a lot of consternation as to why the plane was even there to begin with.
And thank you for using the word of the night, consternation. Thank you very much, Jeff. That's the word of the night. Consternation. Throw a $20 word out there. We're going to put a spotlight on it.
I have all sorts of colloquialisms.
No, you're getting fancy now. All right. What you got, Jeff?
If you need me to give you some more colorful diatribe, you just let me know. All right. So those of you that are Skydio owners, you don't need to upload Skydio drone data manually to Drone Deploy anymore. The Drone Deploy now will automatically, their cloud platform will automatically receive the videos from your SD card without ever touching it. So you can upload the imagery just captured on the Skydio drone directly to Drone Deploy without needing to pull the SD card out or plug it into anything else, etc. So this is a new feature that if any of you use Drone Deploy as part of your integration work, please check in on that and see how that might be able to work with you in using your Skydio.
Is that a good thing? Control freaks, is that a good thing? Okay. All right.
When you're doing high resolution orthomosaic maps, 3D models, etc., having that data, being able to transfer that data fast and easy directly without needing to make those extra steps, can be very useful, especially if you're in an enterprise environment. And so that's something that is very highly sought after.
All right. Excellent.
All right. And last in the news, and this is just for us Texans because we love our Bluebell ice cream. Company Wing is launching its first commercial drone delivery in service in Frisco and Little Elm on Thursday. And they will be delivering
now the fun really begins.
Bluebell ice cream.
Greg Albright is at point B, his home.
I'm ordering some water for everybody.
Using an app, Greg has set into motion a technology not new.
And so now it's telling me my estimated arrival is 11:13.
But a service that is.
We fly drones all the time, so we knew eventually this would happen.
Commercial drone deliveries by a group called Wing.
The countdown has started in 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Before a full rollout in a few months, these are practice flights from Point A, Walgreens in Little Elm.
It looks different than other drones that you've probably seen before. So it has 12 vertical propellers.
Yeah, it's 12 propellers.
And then 2 forward propellers.
And you can already hear it.
Come from this way.
And there it comes, right there.
Within minutes of ordering, Greg sees his order of water flying through the sky.
And it's going to stop there and it's going to extend its rope. And you're able to watch it. You're able to see in real time it flying over the house.
The drones can carry a limit of 3 pounds, flown autonomously, but monitored by pilots.
But it also allows small businesses to expand their reach.
Speaking of reach, it uses a tether to lower Greg's package to the ground.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Greg's package has to be reaching the ground if he thinks he's going to get these things flying around. You got to have stones to think you're going to do drone delivery there, Greg.
I think that would be cool for those like people that get stuck out in the desert on some trail, right, without water. That would be super cool.
Yes, in emergency situations, right. But
for daily ice cream binges, I mean, there goes the mindfulness of behavior modification for stuff in your face.
People.
I'm hungry. No, it's dropped from the sky. Look at him.
Danielle is a certified dietitian, and she's.
I'm a dietitian, and a physical trainer. So when I think about all the people standing still doing this.
Yeah,
I have a choice.
Just pour the ice cream into my mouth. I don't need a bowl. Just pour it in there.
Just like everybody's becoming.
I have a choice between burritos and Bluebell ice cream. I'm going for Bluebell ice cream in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and that'll be your last heartbeat as your heart goes. Right? What was that noise you made?
Okay, go out with a smile.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Hey, there's nothing wrong with ice cream, but drone delivery of ice cream, it's just not going to happen. It's just.
There's nothing wrong with ice cream. Also, when you're you need to you have some contemplation behind eating crap, including ice cream, which I like ice cream too, but you got to make sure it's worth it.
You know, they're trying to placate people's impulse purchasing desires. You know, like putting all the candy at the checkout. You know, oh, well, I already picked all my food. I get a Kit Kat, right? But, you know, if you can just get ice cream, bam, like that from the ice cream sky god, which won't happen. Anyway.
Ken, I believe you have the last story this evening.
I do. I have one more. It's not really a story, but a warning. I'm a little dubious of an email I received recently from a guy who claimed to be with the Canadian Army or something, going over to Ukraine. It sounded legit. It still could be legit, but the video that he sent me is not legit. I'm going to play this for you, and this has been circulating. And apparently this is a recent example of DJI's Aeroscope getting into Russian hands. But if you look at the timestamp of this video, it's from 2018. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this for you. This is the video. He claims that he was the guy in the video. So this is the guy. This is supposedly Ukraine. It's not. I don't know where it is, but he's flying his drone a little bit, and then he walks over to hand catch it. All right. Then moments later, right? So now that's a bad day, right? For those who don't know, Aerodrone and Danielle, Aerodrone is technology that DJI sells to law enforcement that you can track a drone's position and the controller's position, right, Jeff?
Yes, they sell it to government agencies and policing agencies, etc.
Yeah,
and it's used to track the drone. It also gives the information about where the controller is operating, where the drone is operating. It gives them information about like the serial number, the flight information, etc.
Right, and that would be very helpful information to either side that against drones, but particularly Russia, who still has ties to China.
Yeah,
and so there's rumors that DJI, being a Chinese company, has been helping the Russians. This is just allegedly. I have to put in there, but I was all prepared to send them my Autel drone. Because that's the problem they've been having over there with the DJI stuff. And they legit do need drones from people.
Yeah.
But this one particular guy, because I emailed him and I never heard back. So, think of it what you will, but just do be careful, because even in wartime, I mean, especially in wartime, there's a lot of people out there trying to dupe you into sending them drones or money for the war effort, and then it just doesn't go to the war effort. It goes to some shyster. So, anyway. Jeff, thank you very much for the news, my friend.
Most welcome, sir.
Yeah.
You are amazing. Last time when you weren't with us, 2 weeks ago, when it was just Ken and I, did you watch it? You were
yes, I did.
Oh, were you dying? Because we were.
I give you guys credit for doing the best you could with the news, and I thank you very much for making that wonderful attempt.
Yeah.
You are valued.
You are. We love you, Jeff, and you feel better. You look better. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. And you're never going to leave again, right?
No, I'm not going to leave again.
Excellent.
Aww.
All right. Now get the hell out.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Oh, that Jeff. So, now, Danielle, this is the part where you tell a really funny joke.
Oh, no, I'm not prepared.
Oh, no.
I'm not.
Oh, no.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
No, do you really not?
Nothing's happening.
Do you really not have a joke?
Oh, wait. What do you call it when a billboard almost falls on you?
What?
A really bad sign.
Ah, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. So, since I wasn't here the last, doing it in the studio the last 2 weeks, the viewer videos have really piled up, and I've picked the best ones.
Oh yeah.
And I've got in here. All right, before we bring in our guest, Ben Cartwright, who's in Texas, eagerly awaiting to answer all of your chitty chat questions about being an airline pilot. So think of something good, and we'll ask him when he comes on. But I'm gonna let you pick. Danielle, do you want to see a viewer video about a fire or a UFO?
UFO.
Oh, how did I know that? All right. So,
how did you know that?
Because I know you. Yeah, I've known you for a while. All right. I also have one with a UFO on fire. That one then?
That's next.
Okay, we'll play that next. This is from Bob Casey. Now, people send me this stuff all the time, capturing unknown objects with their drones, and this is one of those. Ken, this footage was from last October in North Carolina. The more I watched this one, the more questions I had. Was the drone being shot at? Was it a lens flare? I don't know, so I'm sending it to you to play it. Tell me what you see. Thanks, Bob Casey. So it's very quick. All right, and I've associated a little sound with it so you'll know when this thing's going by. But some of you conspiracy theorist guys out there, you'll be like, oh, I know what that is. And
I know.
I know what that is there. That's one of those Glictons from Glicton 9. But here, I'll play this for you. This is the UFO. All right? Look in the left part of this. This is regular speed.
Okay.
Did you see it go by? There's a little white thing.
No.
Okay.
Do it again.
Okay, here it is again. A little slower. Did you see it go by?
No.
All right, now I'll play it at 25%. Did you see it go by? It's a little white thing.
No.
All right, here it is one more time. I'll zoom in. Here it goes. Did you see it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what was it? I'm thinking that was it. Okay. I knew somebody was going to say the O word. It's an orb.
It's an orb.
Okay. All right. Oh, sure. Okay. It's an orb. What do you think in the chat? Let me know what it is. Here's what I think. And I've talked to some UFOologists, and they think that the aliens have finally developed bug technology. It's a freaking bug. It's a bug, right? Right? Golf ball. People are saying it's an organ egg. I don't know what that is. A bug, right? It's a bug. Or it could be an orb. What?
Define bug.
Define bug? An arachnid. A flying critter. Something you would call Terminex for. Here, I'll play it again.
Like a small one? Or
Yeah. So here it goes. Left part of the screen. It's so fast. So fast. One more time. Here comes. Here comes the orb. Oh, so fast. Those tiny little UFOs. A mini drone, somebody's saying. Yeah, it looks like a bug.
I'm like holding my breath.
Yeah, here it is one more time. It's fast. So I'm going to, you know what? Let me change my answer. It's not a bug. It's too fast to be a bug. It's a fast bug. That's my answer.
Is it like a bee?
Yeah, it's a bee. He's making a beeline. So, thanks for sending that in, Bob Casey. But it's a bug. I'm pretty sure it's a bug. Now, that's one of the questions we can ask Ben Cartwright. Okay? Airline pilot. Have you ever seen a UFO out of your pilot window? So
I have so many questions for him.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and call him as the robot tells us another joke. Alexa, tell me a joke.
What are Timon and Pumbaa having for breakfast?
What?
A tuna frittata.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's horrible.
Oh.
That's bad. Oh no.
What?
Oh no,
You can't get him?
I can't get him because I can't remember his username.
No.
Yeah, it's not. Hold on.
This really should
Ben.
be the Danielle show.
No, I got it. All right.
Oh.
Did I call him Dan? His name's Ben.
You
Did
said Ben.
Okay.
I
Good.
think.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ben Cartwright. All right. Here he comes. It should be the Daniel.
Man.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait. Nope. There he is. Hey. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello and good evening.
Hey. So you are Ben Cartwright.
Yes.
And you're an airline pilot.
I am.
And you're one of the coolest Aussies I've ever known.
One of the only Aussies you've ever known.
Oh, no, I've got a whole bunch of Aussie friends in my stable. Oh, yeah, and they all try to get me to eat Vegemite. Danielle, have you ever eaten Vegemite?
I have not.
Okay, don't.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm well. You have pretty blue eyes.
I was super disappointed I didn't get to meet you.
I know, but we get to meet each other now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, he's the one who let me use his flamethrower.
Did you actually do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd seen the video, you would have known.
Yeah, Danielle watches all my.
video.
She watches all my videos.
Busted. I missed that
Busted.
one.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Who watches all their ex-husbands' videos? That's crazy. But yeah, I was standing on the back of the blue whale and shooting at. So you had a flamethrower in your Corvette. How cool are you? You're like the coolest dude on the planet. Until
Thank you very much.
Until the Corvette broke.
Yeah. It's still in the shop too, so I'm just waiting on the shop to tell me what is actually wrong with it.
Well, what's wrong with it is it's not an RX-8, and I don't know how you repair that. But were you?
Ken Heron, you need more empathy than that.
You're
Seeing
right.
How, it's your Lamborghini.
You're right. Oh, please don't go
that
there.
you
No,
purchased.
yeah, you're right. No.
It was in the shop.
Oh man,
for
I'm glad I have such a pretty conscious.
2 years.
Yeah,
2
thank you.
years.
I
2
need.
years.
I needed you around to remind me to have more empathy over the years. That's what I needed. Anyway, so how often do you fly?
I fly about I work about 12 days a month, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not going to mention what the airline is.
No, but I've worked for a number of airlines. So up until about 3 years ago, I was working for an overseas airline in Qatar called Qatar Airways. That's in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
I was flying the 330 and the 380 over there, so the world's largest airliner.
Oh.
And yeah, then I came back here and flew 747 cargo before I started my current job. So if it's got wings, if it's got engines, I can probably fly it.
Wow, that's impressive. What's your favorite airline to fly? Your favorite bird?
Oh, the airline aircraft. Yeah, the 380 was a lot of fun. But the one that I'm on now, the 220, the Airbus 220, it's a really nice aircraft to fly. It's the latest generation. It's they've got the best technology, so it's really good.
Okay, so what's the worst part about your job other than the passengers? Boy, if those passengers weren't on there, it sure would be fun, right?
Well, most of the time it's a really good day, but when it's a really bad day, it's a really bad day. And if something goes wrong, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, I mean, you not only are you super cool, and I know you're super cool because I hung out with you for a while, but you're pretty brave to have a job where you get skin in the game like that. And that's, they're talking about all these autonomous aircraft and these drones and everything and these eVTOLs that, oh no, there's no pilot. No, we just you just get in and you trust us. There's some guy in a warehouse making sure you don't drop out of the sky.
One of the big differences from a standard pilot to the airline pilot is we go through training every 6 to 12 months, and in that we'll go into a simulator session, and that's when they can do the really tricky stuff like engine failures, complex failures, So we can train for engine failure on takeoff, which is if it isn't executed correctly, it can end up really badly. So yeah, we're fairly highly trained, and I was in the Air Force before I joined the airlines as well. So in there, it's just training, and you're always thinking about what's going on right now and what's going to go wrong in sort of 10 minutes time if something does go wrong.
Yeah, no, I wasn't really going to bring it up, but something could go wrong. I love the series like Airline Disasters where they show like, somebody farted too hard in the bathroom and it started a fire, and like, how they can figure out what happened, like a bolt was loose and then it brought the plane down and everything. I mean, just any number of things can happen. Have you ever been in a tricky situation where you're like, okay, I wish I wasn't here?
Yeah, I have. I've done a number of things. Like, I've got to first up say that the aircraft is really well maintained, and the aircraft can go long time operating continuously without a failure. So it's just sometimes it's just the wrong place at the wrong time. I've had to shut an engine down, which was interesting. That was my first one. But probably the trickiest one was we're in formation in a group of 3. This is when I was in the military. Flew into cloud, and it started to ice from the front of the canopy right up to where I was. So I ended up flying against the canopy. I've got my helmet up against the side of the canopy. I'm looking out at the lead aircraft, and I can't see anything in front of me because there's ice. We're in cloud as well. And that was all good because we trained for that. But then suddenly my engine instruments started to malfunction, and I thought that my engine was going to fail at any second. It turned out that the engine, that all it was an indication problem. So the ice had melted and gone into the instruments, but it was still quite hairy there for about 15 minutes. I broke away from the formation, circled around to the ground in a maneuver we practiced a lot, and was able to put it on the ground. And that's when we were able to go back and fault find and see that it was just an indication problem. But you always train for it's a real life, it's a real emergency. And yeah, it was good because I got to able to employ all my skills, and we had a great outcome as well. So
yeah. Now, was that a plane where you could have ejected if you had to?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Did you?
How do you train for something like that? Like, is it simulated or you're? How do you know?
When we need to do a forced landing, like in the Air Force, we only have a single engine generally, or sometimes there's multi-engine. But yeah, single engine high performance aircraft. When we come back to land, which is every sortie, we generally do maybe 1 or 2 practices about landing with a simulated engine out. So we're always training and always thinking about, okay, what goes wrong? What happens right now if something goes wrong? How can I get on the ground safely? So it was always, what's going to go wrong next?
Do you know anybody that had to eject?
Yeah, I actually saw an ejection in 2005.
Oh.
I was in the roulettes, which is like the equivalent of the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels.
Mm-hmm.
I was the commentator in that one. And they were doing a maneuver where one aircraft comes in from overhead the crowd, and another 5 aircraft do a barrel roll, a maneuver called a barrel roll.
Yeah.
And at the top of the maneuver, the 5th or the 6th aircraft joins the formation. And as he came in a little bit too quickly, and he needed to get away from the formation because he realized he wasn't going to be able to safely join the formation. So he rolled, and as he rolled, he clipped wings, and he went into a spin about 1,300 feet inverted. So he had about 1.3 seconds after he ejected before he hit the ground. So it was a pretty close thing.
Wow. And the other aircraft that he hit was okay?
Yeah, that was good. That was my very good friend, Mark Ellis. He was able to steer away from the orphanage on the ground, and he got it under control.
The
and then he was able to.
Yeah, like, isn't that the worst nightmare? Like, if you know you're going down, there's nothing you can do about it. Just steer away from the orphanage, because you don't want that to be your legacy.
Yeah,
You know?
he's always. We're always in contact as well over the radio. So I had a radio on me. He had a radio on his aircraft. And as he realized that he was hit, we've got certain code phrases that we can use to terminate the mission. And he said, knock it off. Said knock it off twice. The first time was nice and low. And the second time his voice went like 4 octaves and went, knock it off.
So when you're, I mean, do you miss, of course it's going to be more fun to fly the acrobatic planes. But is it still kind of fun, cool to fly the airliners?
It is, and I just I'm a first officer at the moment, and I said to my captain the other day, just as we took off, it was about 5:30 in the morning. We came over the clouds, sun was coming up, And it was just beautiful. So it really is a scene that you don't get to see when you're sitting on the ground. And it's very, very rare that you sort of take a moment out and go, hey, look, this is the coolest job in the world.
Can you make suggestions, like if something on the, and you have to do checklists. That's fun, right? Checklists, fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see something on the checklist that needs to be added or something, you can make suggestions to change things. Because I think
absolutely.
It used to not be that way, but like lately you can. Makes it, pilots, individuals can make suggestions.
Yeah, that's right. So we can go through there, and we always talk about having standard operating procedures. And one of the checklists that actually helps us to keep standard between crews, because we always fly with somebody else generally. I've flown with a number of guys occasionally that I've flown with before, but generally it's a new crew. So you're always got to go in and establish, hey, I'm me, you're you, but we can get this aircraft to our destination safely and in an efficient manner. And that's one of the checklist, the things we use checklists for. If we see something that maybe could be better, like a system's upgraded on the aircraft and now it no longer needs that step that we used to do, we can certainly go and raise it to our management and say, hey, look, this was here, this step. Now we could do without it, or we could change it to adapt to the new aircraft system.
Yeah, and there's just so much to do before and after you land. But during the flight, it's really, you're just kind of a passenger yourself, right? For the most part. Hopefully, if things are going well.
The busiest time is takeoff and landing, believe it or not.
Right.
So yeah, things are going to get really nasty when close to the ground. So where 100% of the attention is getting the aircraft safely airborne or getting it safely on the deck.
Right.
But yeah, in the cruise, we're just monitoring aircraft systems, and the great thing about now is the level of automation is so high that we can sort of sit back and relax. Once upon a time, back sort of World War II days, there was a navigator, there was a flight engineer who was responsible for aircraft systems, there was a radio operator, and there were generally two pilots. Now we can do away with those other three guys, and we can just have two pilots. And if you want to take it a step forward, they're talking 50 to 100 years. Maybe they get rid of one pilot, or maybe both of the pilots, and we end up with drones.
Yeah, no. I gotta have somebody. I gotta have a company man in there that's got skin in the game. I don't want some 19-year-old in a box somewhere remotely flying my airline, going, boss, we got a problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
would you ride it at the moment? Not at all.
No. But you remember. You're not. I don't think you're not as aged as me, but you remember when kids used to be allowed to come up in the cockpit, like during flights.
Yeah,
during flights.
And that's how I used to go up there as well and annoy the pilots and ask them questions and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was great because on a 15-hour flight, if you had 3 or 4 guys come up or girls come up and talk, it was a way of keeping yourself awake and on the ball. And they say, hey, what's that gauge there? And you go, I don't really know what that gauge is.
Did you do that?
I wanted to ask, tell me about the first time you came to the conclusion that you wanted to be a pilot.
Okay, so late 80s, circa 86, 88, there was a little movie that came out. You might have heard of it, called Top Gun. And that's when I wanted to be a pilot.
Really?
And, yeah, it's true. It's
How old were you?
I was... I'm just trying to think. 88. Yeah, so 13 at the time.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
Did you want to be Maverick or Goose?
I wanted to be the bad guy. It's always better to be the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Iceman.
Iceman, of course, yeah. How many times have you seen that movie?
Probably more times than anybody else, yeah.
Nice.
When was the last time you saw that movie?
The last time I tried to get my wife to watch it, and she's like, boring.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
yeah. It was touch and go for there.
Yeah. So if anybody has any questions for our airline pilot, our military pilot, please put it in the chat. I have a question. I found this out recently because I watch a lot of TV, and I found out, and tell me if this is true, that if a passenger dies during a flight, you just leave him in the seat.
It depends on the airline, but there's no storage space anywhere else. So
what are you going to do with him?
The best place is to leave him in the seat, cover him up, and then.
Oh, you do cover him up, right? So he's not sitting
absolutely.
there like making a face and like scaring the kids. Like You'll cover them.
Yeah.
And if there's someone sitting next to him, they have to sit next to a dead dude for the whole flight?
Well, it depends if there's a seat available as well. Like if we can reseat somebody, we'll always try and do that. But yeah, occasionally. And it's not all the time. Like we've got a lot of resources. We have a special number we can call on the ground with doctors, and we can try and get the doctors to weigh in on the situation. And we've also got a really comprehensive medical kit, including a defibrillator that we can use, and we're trained to use airborne. So yeah, sometimes it's unfortunate that somebody does die, and then then we've got to deal with them. But there's not a lot of places we can put them, unfortunately.
Does the flight crew have their own secret bathroom or anything on certain planes? I guess you do, because sometimes I'd be on years ago, I'd see the pilot come walking down like, hello, talking to everybody, hello, and then he's heading to the John. Like I always thought.
Yeah.
But you have your own special sleeping quarters in some larger planes and everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. On the 380, we had our own little bathroom, and then we also had our own little bunk. So generally the 380 would fly for 15 hours, and when you want to do that, you have 4 pilots. So generally 2 pilots will be the takeoff and landing pilots. So they'll take off, fly for about 7 hours, and then the other 2 guys that were sitting in the jump seats, we call them, the seats behind the pilots, they'll go and have a bit of rest, and then after about the 7-hour mark, we'll change. And so they'll fly in the cruise for 7 hours, and then just before it's called top of descent, or we come in for landing, we'll change again, and then the guys that took off will land it. And so the bunks are really cool. They've got their own little air conditioning. They've got their own full lay flat beds and seats. So it's good, but you need to do that when you're flying 15 hours.
Okay. Someone, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Sunrise Water Media says, has Ben ever done an Immelman turn?
Immelman turn?
Immelman turn? What is that?
Yeah. Well, there's a whole lot of aerobatics that you can get up there, and generally up, you can put the rudder in, come back down, and there's a whole lot of variation. So you can go up, you can turn over, you can do a loop, and when you get to the top of the loop, you can roll back upright.
Right.
And that's your Immelman.
And do I have to get a special ticket for this? Is it just first class that enjoys this turn, or? Oh, you're talking about the military plane. Oh, I thought
the most important thing, is to learn to talk with your hands, and the left hand is always the enemy, so you're always trying to shoot down the enemy.
Okay. All right. Where did you serve when you were in the Army? What?
Air Force, yeah. So big difference, but I was in Australian Air Force, but I did just under 20 years there. Flew a whole lot of different types. Flew trainers. I flew tankers. I flew the VIP transport like Air Force One. So I'd flown a fair variety of aircraft.
Okay, Grumpy Vlogger wants to know: have you ever wanted to fly a C-5?
I haven't flown one, but I've got a couple of friends who have flown them. The big aircraft are great, but I like the little ones that go upside down. And people get upset when you go fly a C-5 upside down.
What about a hover, what do you call them, a Harrier?
Harriers, yeah. I personally don't like that kind of flying because they say that if it, you're hovering and then something goes wrong, you pretty much got to eject straight away.
Right.
But I like to go fast in a forward direction. And I like to do the stuff that you do in the FPV flying, so the low stuff close to the ground, flying through trees. I personally don't fly through trees. We've got a 500 feet height requirement, so we've got to be above 500 feet. But flying down a valley, flying through clouds or something that gives you that rush, that really speed rush, that's what I like to fly.
Okay. What's the craziest thing you've ever done in any aircraft?
Okay, so I was part of the aerobatics team and flying 7 aircraft in close formation, flying them through aerobatic maneuvers. That's the craziest sort of thing that I've done. I've flown down valleys. There's a place in Australia called Mount Kosciuszko, and that's the highest mountain in Australia. And during the winter, it snows down there, so everyone goes down to snow, but it's not very large. But we would get, as military guys, we'd be allowed to fly up the valley, and there's nothing better than flying up the valley and watching the little guys at their ski school, like the 3 or 4, 5-year-olds. They see the first aircraft coming up, and we fly in a 7 like a big snake. And I'm the last aircraft. So they see the first aircraft to go overhead, and they're watching it. And then they see the second one, then the third one. then the fourth one, and then they watched it go throughout the whole sky. And generally, when they get to about there, they fall over backwards, and they all fall over. It's hilarious.
Newfoundland Drones wants some advice. What advice would you give someone who wants to become a pilot? What's the best way to start?
Okay.
To become a
start
man
learning
pilot.
as much as you can. In Australia, there was something called the Air Cadets, and it was like Cub Scouts for the air. So I was able to go and do that when I was in grade school. And I'm not too sure about over here. It's like ROTC, but it was a little bit younger. And I was able to express interest and learn about marching, learn about discipline, but also learn about aircraft and just try and absorb as much as you can. Study about different types of aircraft. Military aircraft are always the most fun because they go upside down and you can say, hey, look, this one versus this one, or the A-10 has a really big gun and it can shoot a lot of tanks on the ground.
Right.
Whereas an F-35 is one of the stealth fighters. That's the latest generation stuff, and they're really good at shooting aircraft down. So you can go through and rattle these facts off with all your friends and just bore the girls at school, bore them to death.
Yeah.
So, it's...
But you know what? A lot of regional airports and private pilots, man pilots, will have programs for young people. You can come out and check out the planes and ask your local pilots questions and things like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and one of the things that's amazed me in America is flying is so cheap compared to how it is in Australia. You've got a population that's about 10 times of what it is in Australia, so there's a lot more consumerism, a lot more flying just to support the population. So you can go out and you can get an aircraft, go for a fly, save up money to go for an introductory flight, and see what happens when you pull back on the stick, what happens when you push forward on the stick or left and right, and how to steer it on the ground, which is a lot different to how you drive a car. So just getting these experiences, and then you go through and you can play at home like Jeff does on Microsoft Flight Sim, and just get learn as much as you can about flying.
I've seen the faces of young kids light up. My morning show partner is a pilot, and I fly in these little planes, I call them. Comparatively, Danielle, have you ever flown in a small plane? Have you ever been? Okay, it's a lot different, isn't it?
It is.
Than just being on a big old airline. It's such a difference. You feel every little turn and bump, and
you feel like you're flying.
You do.
Yeah.
And that's part of the appeal. And I've been in Jason's plane a couple times with kids in there, people flying for the first time, and I look back and they're just, you could just see the wheels turning.
The story that I told you about when I had to break away from the formation and come into land, it had a little coder on that. So as I came into land, put it on the deck, and then taxied off onto the little tarmac, getting ready to shut it down and do everything. Got out of the aircraft, and it was about 10 minutes before the rest of the aircraft came down to land. So as I was doing that, this little fellow, he's about 9 years old, he's on his dirt bike, and he comes screaming up to me, and he's like really, really excited. He goes, "Mister, is that your plane?" And I went, "Yeah, that is." And I looked down at his leg, and there was blood coming out of his leg from a big gash. And I said, "Dude, what happened to your leg?" He goes, "Oh, I was driving along, and I was watching you come into land, and I wasn't watching where I was going, so I hit a tree stump."
Oh, God.
And, and it is. It's what do you see an aircraft go overhead? Like I still do it out here today. An aircraft goes overhead, I stop and watch it. And today it was a Hercules. So
yeah, there's whole groups of plane spotters and people that are just aviation enthusiasts. Hell, people that fly drones and that have their Part 107 are really not that far away from getting their man certification.
Well, absolutely. And all the study you do for your Part 107, you can just take it a little bit further, and then you can become a recreational pilot and start the process to, if you want to, ultimately become an airline pilot. I noticed a couple of weeks ago you said, you've got to go through all this stuff that you don't have to know, but it's like weather. Get the METAR.
METARs. Sectional charts.
Yeah, but that's what we use every day. So I've got an iPad. I can go through all the weather there. I can read it and see what it's going to do, not only now, what it's going to do in 3 hours' time or in 12 hours' time.
Right.
I can see the sectional charts. So I can see if I've got to get some airspace clearance to get out of airspace or into airspace. It is really what the study you do for your 107 will be the foundation, and a really solid foundation for later on.
It is good information to have.
Yeah,
it
one
really
of
is.
The questions I saw that Chris from Sunrise Water Media, he said, "Has my accent changed since I started flying in the States?" It has. A lot of the Australians will speak very quickly, and as do a couple of New Yorkers as well. And sometimes when they do that, it's really hard to understand, especially using different phraseologies that we may use overseas. One of the ones I can give you an example of overseas flying through European airspace. If we want to go for a reduce, say we're going out like this and we come back, we want to do a shortcut across. We'll just say, can we get track shortening? So can we fly a shorter distance along the aircraft's track? It's a long way about going, can we have a shortcut, please?
Yeah.
And in the FAA airspace, you just say, can I have a shortcut? So when I first started flying over here about 5 years ago, I said, can I get track shortening? And I see the captain beside me go, you want what? And then the FAA air traffic controller says, you want what? And I said, can I get a shortcut? And he goes, yeah, you should have just asked for that.
Yeah, I want track shortening. It's like an ingredient to a birthday cake or something to us.
Yeah, and there's a couple of words as well that I say differently now because I think the classic one we spoke about when we were on the Route 66 is tomato versus tomato.
Tomato, yeah.
Yeah, so I asked a guy in a diner if I could have a hamburger with no tomato on it, and he went, what? So I had to say no tomato, and he went, all right, gotcha.
To be honest, he said, do what? That's what he said. That's what he said. Flying Brian, FPV, wants to know how many hours are in your logbook, and do you have your own personal plane?
I don't have my own personal plane just yet, but I haven't counted it up recently, but it's over 7,000 hours. So,
okay.
They say you got to have 10,000 hours to get become an expert at something, but it's up there.
And that's overall, but you do count how many hours for any particular plane, like so
roughly 3,000 hours on a 330, about 1,500 hours on a 380. Mm-hmm. Only about 500 or 600 hours on a 747, and I'm just going off the top of my head here, but 1,200 hours on the aircraft that go upside down, so they're the ones I probably hold most dear.
Okay. 2 more questions from me.
Sure.
And I think I've asked Jason Shepard this before, but why is it that English is the international language for aviation? Why is that?
I think it's just because we wrote the rule book.
Yeah, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, when everybody sat down and said, right, what language are we going to use? The English guys went, let's use English.
Right. So it's harder for foreign pilots to get certified because they have to learn another language too, pretty much.
Yeah. And the guys that I flew with in the Middle East, everybody had to be certified to, they called it English Language Proficiency Level 4. So a Level 6 is a native speaker. Level 5 makes a few mistakes, but level 4, everyone has to be level 4. So it's a reduced vocabulary, like your track shortening may pop up, but everyone talks in feet, and you can say request takeoff, request landing. Everyone sort of knows what those phrases mean, so you don't have to be an expert in some conversational English, but you do have to know certain phrases.
Right. And my last question is, have you ever seen a UFO?
You know, Ken, I looked out the window flying for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And I've never seen one yet. And the places you think you would see them, like over the Indian Ocean, the middle of the night, nothing's around. Over outback Australia, nothing's around. Couldn't see one. So I'm like Scully and Mulder. I want to believe, but I haven't seen them yet.
Okay. All right. Danielle, did you have any other questions?
I do. How many women are airline pilots? Like, what's the percentage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. At the moment, it's about 15%, I think.
Wow.
But, you know, it's increasing, and there's a lot of good studies, not good studies, a lot of good groups that will go out and try and recruit airline pilots that are women. There's women in aviation. There's a lot of, at recruitment days for the regional airlines, especially. They'll have women pilots there, especially to talk to the young up-and-coming women who want to pursue a career in aviation. And it was traditionally seen as a male job, but now we're trying to change that perception and say, if you're good enough and you want to have the drive, and that's probably the key thing, you've got to have the drive and the want to pursue a career in aviation. I love flying. I love the flying out of the clouds. I'm always looking at clouds out the window. But you've got to have that drive. If you don't have that drive, it can get very tedious. It's like some days it's long nights, some days it's flying through the night. Sometimes you've got to do the walk around the aircraft to pre-flight the aircraft in the rain. So you've got to have that passion in there, and that's what we're hoping to do. And yeah, just get the next generation of pilots into the cockpit.
Okay, I have to add a couple more questions.
Sure.
Have you seen the Northern Lights from the cockpit?
Yes, and they're spectacular.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, it is really nice. When I was flying the 747s, flying up over Canada, and the I think it's called the Blue Spruce route. That's over Reykjavik, over Iceland, going into Europe. Look out the window, and yeah, lots of green lights. It's very, very nice.
Yeah. And someone wants to know what kind of drones do you fly?
I've got I do have a FPV drone. I've got the DJI FPV POS.
You got the POS, yeah. Right.
Yeah. I've got the Inspire 2. Okay. I've got the Mini Air 2S or the Air 2S, and I've got another Chinese little drone. I've got the Star Wars Speeder Black drones. So yeah, I got a lot of them, but generally I'm flying camera drones at the moment, but I'm hoping to get into FPV drones after you showed me that.
Yeah, I took you for a ride. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, a little proximity flying.
I saw King Herod the Great asked me what's the highest drone I've ever seen flying. 1,300 feet. It's flying into a place called Cochin in India, and as we're coming down finals, which is coming into land.
Oh, you saw this from a plane?
Yeah, I did. And so when you see, I sort of take it with a grain of salt with all these drone sightings, but this was definitely a drone. It was about 500 feet displaced from where I was, and it was white against a green background. It was really super obvious that it was a drone, like a DJI Phantom sort of Generation 2 would have been about right when it was. And it was just sitting there as well. Generally, the birds, they've got a bit of speed, either forward or back. But when you're overtaking them, they look like they're going backwards. You can generally see the movement moving across the canopy, either dropping back across the canopy or going forward if you're overtaking them. And this was definitely not doing that. It was just staying still in one position.
Well, hopefully they got a good shot of you. But did you report it?
At that stage, no, because the air traffic control in India didn't really care about drones at that time. So yeah, it was it would have been a little bit of a like they just wouldn't have cared. So I chose not to report it that time.
Well, I could talk to you all night about this. You're a fascinating guy, and it was really fun going down Route 66 with you and your busted Corvette. But please, before you go, fold back the first class curtain. Tell us something that, as the general public, would either fascinate us or terrify us about the airline industry. Give us a little secret, some tidbit that we shouldn't know. Tell us something we shouldn't know. Do it.
Yeah.
What do you got? I know you got a whole host of things you're thinking about.
Yeah, it's a very, very interesting question. But yeah, when you flush the toilet,
oh god,
there's some blue stuff, the blue goo that sort of becomes the blue icicle.
Oh no!
Don't get it on your skin. Because you look like a Smurf. It will not wash off for a while.
Did you drop your phone in the blue stuff and have to fish it out?
Because we have to, we personally don't have to do it, but there's ground crew that have to hook up a little outlet and then they dump that after every flight.
Yeah.
And so they come out there with big gloves on and they've got the whole stuff. But I did see a little dude in Indonesia who had the hookup. He had about a foot of pipe and he had a big bucket. And so he walks out there and he goes, I'm the man for the toilet. And I went, what? Where's your truck? And he goes, no truck, just bucket. And then I look at his hands and up to his elbows was stained blue. And I went, oh, dude.
You've been doing this for a while, clearly.
Yeah. So he hooked it up. And when he started to pull the handle, that's when I took off running. And I went,
you didn't want to get splashed. Is blue ice a thing? Does it really come down in chunks and fall through people's roofs?
Not anymore. That was a different generation of aircraft. So now it's all internal, kept in a tank.
Did they really flush it out into the air?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I know. Yeah.
You got what you wanted, Ken. You dug, and there it is.
When did that change?
Well, even up until the point of the Caribou aircraft, there was an aircraft that's a 2-engine de Havilland Caribou that was in Vietnam.
Yeah, the Caribou. Yeah.
Speakerphone. You could pee down the speakerphone, and that would be vented to air. So yeah, potentially you could be looking up at next minute.
So you could get rained on by some rando pilot's aerosolized urine. Okay, well I'm glad that things are getting better. But thank you so much, Ben, for being one of the coolest Aussies and pilots and just all around dudes that I know. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you, Ben.
All
Nice to meet you, Danielle, finally.
All right.
Yes, I have one more question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So at the end of a flight, when we're exiting the plane, and if we are delighted enough to be graced with the presence of the pilot to say goodbye, what's like one of the best compliments you could receive as a pilot for someone getting off the plane? So I can store this for future reference.
That was the best landing I've ever witnessed. Okay. Sometimes, because we're the biggest critics of our own landings.
Okay.
And we're always trying to make the smoothest, so you can go, are we down? Did we just touch down? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was able to do it the other day, and it's very, very rare. So you get down, you go, oh yeah, that was good. And the other captain, or the captain goes, yeah, that was good. And then you get up, and then you say goodbye to the passengers, and not one of them said nice landing.
Okay.
The very next flight, the captain comes in, bang!
Yeah.
And real thumper. And he had 3 nice landings. So yeah, it was
but they'll tell you. They'll tell you if you mess it up though, right? If they're like, they'll tell you. They'll give you the side eye, like.
Yeah, but it's always nice to get a compliment on your landing. So
there you go.
Okay.
Awesome.
Noted.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. I will talk to you again soon. All right.
See you later.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye, Ben.
All right. How about that dude, huh? He was fun.
Super cool.
I could have talked to him for hours and hours and hours. And now here's Danielle with a joke.
No.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
What did the ping pong ball say to the shuttlecock?
What?
Nice skirt.
It wasn't as dirty as it could have been.
What would you have said?
Oh, well, anytime you mention a shuttlecock, there's that's rife with dirty punchlines. So write your own. So, do you want to do the contest before we get into the rest of viewer videos? Do you have time, Danielle, to hang out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this right now. Okay. So someone's gonna win. These are Freewell filters. All right, I got Freewell filters, and the contest is, and I'll have to go. We're not gonna monitor this because there's gonna be a whole lot of guesses. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the combined weight of me, Danielle, and Jeff? And go. Okay? So you have to guess our weight and then total it up, and the first person to get that magic number will win filters from freewellgear.com. Thank you, freewellgear.com. They've been a sponsor of this show for quite some time, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you. So, as the numbers go by,
I'm looking at them all.
You know the number, right? And we
yes.
I got okay. All right.
Wait.
So I'm gonna you read that. See if you see the number go by, and I want to thank a couple of people here. We got some more super chats. If you see the number go by, just let me know, Danielle. Kip's Camera, $5. Thank you very much, Kip's Camera. Ken, it's a dry 80, he says. And Northside Hawk Drone Tech, Australian, $2. I think I mentioned that. Stanley Leary with the $10. And Joseph Moreland Carter with a 2-pounder. Thank you very much. Name of UAV submarine you showed a few weeks ago. Oh, I don't remember. But you can go back and watch, because that's what I would do. I don't remember. Maybe Jeff would. Anubis Arts, TJ Grady, thank you very much for the $20. He simply says, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, pickles. It's true then, it's true now, it'll be true in the future. Thank you very much, TJ. Ken Torbeck with $5. Too bad you did not have flamethrower when you confronted hit and run driver. Yeah, damn right. Oh, I don't know if I had that at the ready. Imagine the cops get there. There's like a big white truck with a redneck stand outside. Yeah, with his hair on fire. That might have been too tempting. And Josh Hawk. Thank you, Josh Hawk. $50 from Josh Hawk. Oh my goodness.
Yay, Josh.
Welcome back, Ken. Sorry about the RX, brother. Thanks for sharing the trip. You bet. You bet. And thank you very much for supporting the show. We've got 3 new members tonight, and we recorded some very interesting membership content. Did we not?
Panties.
We did. What was that word?
Panties.
Panties. If you want to know what we're talking about, then you're going to have to become a member and check that out. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about you saying that word that is magical.
Was it magical for you?
Yes.
Panties.
Oh, stop it. I'm gonna change all my passwords to that. So let's go over here very quick. Do we have a winner yet? Nobody guessed yet?
Well, there was a lot of close.
Okay.
Really close.
All right. We are looking for...
I didn't see the exact.
Yes, we're looking for the combined weight of me, Danielle, and Jeff. I think Jeff is going to be the albatross in the group. And that's not a dig. That's just I would say that Jeff is probably the heftiest of our group here. Brad Berry, thank you very much, Brad. $20. Wish you'd stopped in Albuquerque. I was going to make you a key to your RX-8. Aw, thank you, Brad Berry. You were very nice. He's the one who told us about that abandoned mall that we flew. And Philip Koshat, what's in the jar, Danielle? From Philip.
Oh,
what you got?
This is water and electrolytes.
And electrolytes?
Yeah.
How did you add electrolytes to tap water? What did you do? You did that?
Yeah. Well, I have in Arizona. You do filtered water.
Uh-huh.
And then you add electrolytes. This is like it's called Superior. It's on Amazon. You can Superior electrolytes.
Right.
It's a clean electrolyte.
Because it looks like pond water.
It does.
Yeah.
But it's tasty. It's got a little berry flavor to it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I hope that answers your question, Koshat. Let me go over here while we're still looking for a winner of the combined weight of me, Danielle, and Jeff. That one magic number, first person to get it will win. Now, Danielle, if you haven't been paying attention and it went by, I'll have to look later.
Yeah, it's going so fast.
Yeah, well, people want to win those free
really close. I don't see the exact.
Yeah, I see.
I just saw one that was like one off.
Oh, okay. There's a clue. Now, while we're talking about this stuff, let's go over here to Danielle's link page, because Danielle's got a whole bunch of links here. If you want to find out more about Danielle,
hey,
there's all your stuff. There's links in the description. And now let's go over to Mudball Creative. I asked you to subscribe to this guy. Let's see how many new subscribers he has since before. So he's going from 121 to 141. That's fantastic. Nice. Good job. That always encourages creators to make more content. That's what we need from him. He's going to be our guest, I think, in 2 weeks. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, let's get... we don't have a winner yet?
I haven't seen it.
It's just not going to end until
I haven't been staring at it either, so...
All right. Maybe I can help
I have
things.
to go back through and look again.
Yeah. Maybe people are overestimating my weight. Or yours.
They could be.
I mean, Danielle is muscly, and you know muscle weighs more than... You always were heavier than you looked, because you're fit, because you're muscles. Right? That's not rude.
They got a video of me. They know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want to maybe...
She said I was smaller than I used to be. Just sort of sad.
Well, I mean...
My muscles are gone.
Not shorter, but like... I don't know. It was 20 years. I can't... I was pleasantly surprised that you look pretty much the same.
You look pretty good, too.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. I tell you what, I'll give my weight. Maybe that'll help people get closer to it. Should I do that?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. All right. I weigh 211 pounds. All right. There you go. Maybe that'll help people get down to the. Yeah, and we don't want to talk about Danielle's weight.
I don't care.
You don't?
No.
Do you want to make if we give your weight and they know yours and mine and then they just have to guess about Jeff's? Yeah, you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, Danielle. I know it's rude to ask.
Is it though?
How much do you weigh?
My weight is 130 pounds.
Okay. 130. Okay, so that's good. How tall are you?
5'6".
Yeah, that's good. All right, so now you've got 211, 130. Now somebody can we're going to get close to this.
You should.
Now you just have to guess how much Jeff weighs. Did anybody get it? Oh my God, I want to play. I tell you what.
It's possible, but it's going so fast.
It is going so fast. I didn't think it would take this long. I honestly didn't. But
what if it's on there and we haven't seen it?
Oh, I think I did. No.
You did?
I thought.
It's ridiculous.
Wow, it really is. It really is.
Well, whose idea was this anyway?
It was my dumb idea. All right.
Can we come back and announce it later?
Yeah, we can do that. We don't have to have it.
We need to make sure that the first person who got it right
gets
the prize.
I don't even know how to search for. Wait. Oh no! Wait.
Look at all the numbers going by.
Oh my God! I can't even. How do I? Oh, you know what? You know what I just discovered?
What?
I'm so stupid. Of course.
What?
Now, this whole time I've been because the super chats, I can see that really well because they're all lit up because my old eyes. But the other regular chats over here, I'm like, I just can't read it because it's so small. You thought I was kidding. Well, there's a setting where you can increase the font on the page. And so now I can read it. Yeah, now I can see it. I just discovered that after how many shows? 247 shows? Fantastic. All right. Anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and stop this contest. I'm sure there's an answer in there somewhere. All right. And if there isn't, I will take the one who is closest without going over, like Bob Barker. So let's end the contest now. I'll make the announcement next week. Okay. Or no. I'll put the announcer in the comments when I find out.
Ooh, I just saw another one off.
Well, see oh wait. No, we got a winner. Oh, hold on.
You do?
Yeah, we got a winner. Now, this might be a number that was said before, but Main Light Photo Drone looks like they got the right number. I'll just have to see if they were the first one.
Which is?
628 pounds. So now everybody's doing the math. Yes, Jeff weighs 287 pounds. Okay. He doesn't care. He said he didn't care.
No. He wants ice cream delivered to his door by a drone. Come on now.
Yeah, man. Come on. Yeah.
Come on now. Bring it back.
Come on. Be
now,
real.
If we see 628 earlier in the chat,
then that person.
What are you gonna give him?
Oh no. Well, the north side, the person didn't win. I'm saying that's the number. If I see, I'm gonna go back and see who did that number first. The first person that did 628 will win. Okay.
There's another 628. I'm seeing it all now.
Well, everybody's going to do it now, of course.
Yeah.
But make sure you're in live chat, not top chat, because it will not appear fair to you if you're not in live chat. All right. I got to play these videos, and I got a very touching letter from someone that I'm going to read. But let's blow through these. You know what? Before we do that, I need to step into the Raz chamber. I really do. That was very stressful. So let's go ahead and hop in here to the Raz chamber. It's a lovely place, isn't it?
Let's cross our legs.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Oh my, Danielle, you're wearing your 7-piece bikini. That's nice. I don't know how that works with some kind of trust system, but here I am I just have my tidy whities on.
As
usual, and I always wear a shirt when I go swimming in anything. Because nobody needs to see that. That's right.
I remember that.
But there are no rules here in the Raz Chambers. You are just relaxing, save for one rule. And what rule is that, Danielle?
There's no farting in the Raz.
Please do not fart in the Raz Chamber. Now, sit back and enjoy. Phantom Flight 101. Shame on you, Phantom Flight 101. I know, I've met Phantom Flight 101. He seemed like a classier guy than that. We just told you. Shame. All right. Let's play.
Hey, I appreciated your makeshift Raz sessions on the road.
Oh, at the McDonald's?
I really liked the one on last Thursday night with the
Prairie Raz.
The Prairie Raz. I was like, oh, that's good. That was good.
I didn't know.
Like, look at me, Raz, looking around.
I didn't know what to do.
Ken finds like some grass to be like, ooh.
What's Prairie Raz? You can fart in the Prairie Raz all day long. There's plenty of wind out there to take it away. All right, so this one's from Ken. And but there's a fire, Danielle, a fire. This dude's land was on fire, and he had presence of mind to drone it while they came to take care of it. He says the volunteer firefighters already had it pretty much under control before I started to film. I wanted to get permission first and cool off because I tried to put out the fire myself. It started with my riding lawnmower muffler contacting some tall grass, probably some prairie raz. That's all it took. I had another 10 acres that could have gone up if the volunteers did not get there as quickly as they did. But thank you for sharing it with us. That's a cool view of that. Yeah!
That'll all grow back greener than ever.
Absolutely. Thanks for sending that in, Ken. Appreciate it. By the way, if you want to send in a video, you can. Send it here. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. Make sure it's a streaming link and not a big old file, because my computer goes, what's this? Oh, it's a virus. Delete! So send me a streaming link. And if you want to use some music, by golly, don't play the best of the Eagles. You play something from Epidemic Sound. Free trial links in the description. You can get 30 days of free music and sound effects. It's all right there at epidemicsound.com. Because everything else is crap! And that is true. And that's not yet their slogan, but one day it will be. All right. Oh, the viewer video of the week, Danielle, you are going to love. And you're going to love it, and the viewers will love it, as I know most of my viewers are dudes.
So I'm going to love it.
You're going to love it because there's exercising going on. Okay. And the dudes are going to love it because everybody's wearing Lululemons.
Okay, so girls are exercising.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to like that.
Let's see it.
Oh, not yet. Oh, no, that was just a mere tease. That's to keep people watching. One of the tricks of the trade. I could show it now.
You're so good.
I'm so evil. This is from Steve D. He says, hey, Ken, it's Steve D. Your #1 fan in the UK. They had a rare sunny day in the UK. So he said he jumped on my bike, and I had to ride to a local village, Arnside, Cumbria. Was so busy, so I chucked my Mini 2 up and got some nice video for you. Catch you on TNL, buddy. You ever been to the UK, Danielle?
I have not.
You got your passport?
Have you?
No.
I do.
I don't. I need to get it.
You need.
You do. I need to go over to some of these places. But I won't drive in the UK. Not until they drive on the correct side of the road.
Too complicated.
I don't know. I would try. I would mess up. I would forget. I'd become complacent. And I'd be one of those Americans that... Yeah, I would. And then... Then I'd have to pay for a European bumper. That's what I had to... How many pounds is that bumper on that whatever the hell car you call that? Awesome. Thank you, Steve D. That was Steve Delightful, as always.
Delightful.
Mm-hmm. And now...
What's in your water?
Nothing, just water. Just water. I don't spice it up.
From your tap?
No.
From what?
No. And that was a theme along Route 66. Whenever we go to a restaurant, first thing I'd say, is your water tap or bottle? And they go, tap.
What do you have at your home?
Bottled water.
So you take a plastic bottle of water and pour it into your aluminum?
Yes.
Why?
I even make the ice because I can taste the difference between tap and bottle.
No, but why take it from one container to another container?
Oh, because this one is insulated. And it will stay cold all day.
Because it has to be cold.
It has to be cold.
Yeah.
Yes. I even give Henry, my dog, bottled water. And I'm convinced that will make him live longer.
He's bougie.
I am. I will shower with and pee into tap water. That's all I'll do with that. This is really cool. This is from Mike. And you may know where this is. It's in Arizona. Do you know where the big ass fountain is? Have you seen the big ass fountain?
As in Fountain Hills?
I don't know where it is, but here's what it looks like. You know where this is?
No.
He said this is a fountain in Arizona that was pretty darn amazing.
It is. Yeah, it is Fountain Hills.
Oh, you know where this is?
Yes.
Is that near you?
Yes. About 45 minutes.
Oh, that is really cool. I would love to dive that with FPV. I would risk it for the biscuit. And then look at that, St. Patrick's Day with the rainbow.
I haven't been there. The only reason I was like, I know it, I've heard of it, and seen pictures of it, but I should go. That's cool.
That is really neat.
Look at that rainbow.
That is nice. So, Arizona's pretty cool, but don't you get bored of not having trees over 15 feet high?
There's plenty of trees in Flagstaff.
Oh, yeah, there are. I drove up to the ski mountain thing through a bunch of really beautiful. Then I got there. It was like 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's cold up there.
It's Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That's just wrong. That's wrong.
It snows in Flagstaff. Flagstaff is unique in Arizona for sure.
Yeah.
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 You'll never forget it.
Oh, no, I won't. I won't forget it. That's where I got my dent. Anyway, speaking of dents, you want to see a drone crash into a train? Anyone?
Yes, please.
Anyone?
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you for feigning excitement. This is from Roaming the Mountains with a Ramblin' Rick. And here it is. It's not as dramatic as you think. The trains are actually stationary. It was the drone that hit the train, not the train that hit the drone. Anyway, he says, hey, Ken, I hope you can use this. I purposely filmed it keeping out some peni painted on the bus, and I hope I got the terminology correct. Peni. Who says you can't learn from watching Ken's show? I was going to fly through one side of the train, then I thought would like to fly this around the other side and watch it come out on my side. Little did I know the other side did have a double window, so you'll see him crashing here in a moment. But this is pretty good subject matter, just a bunch of old trains and buses. Is this where he crashes? Is it? Is it? No. Them some old trains. I love old abandoned stuff like this. Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Is it hovering?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Man. Well, thank you for sending that in. Yeah, he crashed.
So was that like a hesitation?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
People love flying through stuff with their drones, even if they're GPS drones. Those people that are flying through stuff all the time with their minis and everything, try FPV. You won't regret it. No, that one. No, not that one. No, not that one. Oh. Hey.
Hey.
Would you like to see an abbey?
An abbey?
Do you know what an
What's
abbey
an abbey?
is?
No.
As an abbey is a girl I dated in high school. It's also what they call a castle. I think Americans would look at this as a castle. This is from Warren, aka Little Ninja Drone. All right, so this is a UK abbey. This is Titchfield Abbey. He says it's very near my house, so it's handy for practicing. I hope you enjoy it. Music is from Epidemic Sound, because everything else is, well, you know, crap! Cheers, he says. See, we don't have super old stuff like this.
This is pretty.
In America, you know? All of our abandoned stuff is like, hey, man, look, it's the old Walmart. It's from 20 years ago or whatever. I wish we had some Abbeys here.
I'm sure we do.
You got any friends named Abby?
I do not.
Is Abby a common name anymore? Are people naming their kids Abby anymore?
I don't know.
You know what people aren't calling their kids these days? Gary. I know one Gary. It's a good name. I think the next dog I have, I'm going to name him Gary.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. I don't like giving dogs like dog names, you know, Spot. I don't like that stuff. Hey, thank you very much.
We gave our dog a name that was Cricket.
That's right. Yeah. Little Cricket. You know why we named her Cricket, right?
After the morning show.
That's right. Yeah. I think the listeners named the dog Cricket because I did that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no one laughed at your jokes.
That's right.
So the crickets would play.
I told horrible jokes. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Even then, my jokes were horrible. I might have to save some of these till next time because we're going way over time. Way over time. It's past Danielle's bedtime. I'm gonna save that one. And I'm gonna save that one. All right. Okay, 2 more, and I'm gonna read this letter because it's awesome. This is from Dmitry Efimov, as we can hear that loud ass car in front of my house. We don't. You know what? That's the great thing about Tennessee. You don't need car inspection. You don't need a front license plate. You can drive anything you want on the road here. It's awesome.
Tennessee's got to be known for something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
it's known for a lot. I have family there. Don't get excited, you Tennessee people.
Oh, yeah. It's where Ken Heron lives.
That's right. And my mom.
Oh, that's right. Your mom lives here. Norma. How far away is Norma from me?
Where's Fayetteville?
I'll go visit her tomorrow.
She'd be excited.
Which, if I just showed up without calling her anything first, hey Norma, would she even remember me?
Yeah.
I'll just show up.
She's watched your show.
Oh, is she watching right now?
Probably.
Norma, I miss you and your wacky family. I do.
Jessica is probably watching.
Oh, Jessica, yes. I'm going to get that drone off. And Jessica and what's her son's name who likes the drones?
Landon and Logan.
All right. I'm going to get that drone to you guys soon. Oh, and is your father watching?
Probably not.
Okay. Rick, I miss you, buddy. Do you think I'll see Rick again? You think I'll see your dad again one day?
I don't know. Will you?
Yeah, I'd like to see him again.
Okay.
Yeah. I did like him. I do. I was kind of a dick to him. Like, you know.
Yes, you were. Way to admit it.
Yeah, I mean, I was. I'm sorry, Rick. I'm much better now. Totally different. Much more mature. Anyway. Totally. So this is from Dmitry Efimov, and he is our buddy in Estonia. He sends this of the frozen Baltic Sea. I'm sure you're familiar with the Baltic Sea, but you've never seen it frozen. Well, here it is. Parnu Beach in Estonia. What countries border Estonia, Danielle?
I can't answer that.
Me neither.
Can you?
Nope. But I should. I should be more worldly. Anybody in the chat? Tell me what countries border Estonia?
Without
Googling? But no, feel free to Google. This is beautiful, though. Look at that, how it's bunched up. That looks very reminiscent of like Lake Superior. That's what I would see when I lived in Duluth, Minnesota. Latvia and Russia. Latvia and Finland. Okay. All right, good. Excellent. Send more cool stuff like this, Dimitri. And anybody else, if you're watching this in other countries that you may not have seen represented here on the show, film some stuff and send it in, like Dimitri did. We get to visit places we may not ever get to see in person, and that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, here is the address, kenheronupload@gmail.com. All right. So, all I have left is this fantastically wonderful, amazing, cool video for Viewer Video of the Week. But first, I have a really wonderful and touching email that I have to read to you. This is from Bernadette. Bernadette says, "Hey Ken, my dad and I are Part 107 certified drone pilots. He and I have always loved your channel and videos. Back in October, my dad suffered a stroke. After a week in ICU and another 3 weeks in hospital rehab, he finally was able to come home. However, he now has a condition known as global aphasia, which occurs when the language portion of the brain is damaged. In his case, he cannot speak, write, or understand spoken or written language about 95% of the time. It's been really hard, and he most recently refused speech therapy and had to have a pacemaker put in. But why am I telling you all this? Because even though he cannot communicate most of the time, he was still able to find your channel just a few days after coming home, and he watches your channel every single day. Isn't that awesome? It's become something extra special for us to do now, watching your videos together. He's always been inspired by your immense drone skills, and he cracks up at your antics, and almost nothing can make this man laugh. And through everything he has been through and lost, your videos give him something to look forward to and thoroughly enjoy. In a slew of doctor's appointments, important phone calls, and other hectic, stressful things being thrown at us, being able to sit down and watch some of your videos with him has become something truly special. Thank you for being such a wonderful part of the drone community and for being who you are and bringing joy to others just by being yourself and doing the fun and crazy stuff you do. Sincerely, Bernadette." That made my year to hear that. You know, it really, you know, sometimes I forget while I'm doing all this silly YouTube stuff that I really am reaching people, and that it. I'm like, Danielle knows I get emotional sometimes. I'm fighting back, but that means so much to hear that. Thank you, Bernadette. And she did mention in the email how cool it would be if I sent him a T-shirt, and I'm going to do that. So Bernadette, if you're watching, please send me your address, and I will send him a T-shirt. Isn't that awesome?
That was so touching. Look at you, Ken.
Now let's look at you. Don't look at me.
Let's look at you. That is amazing.
Yeah, that. Once
you impact people.
Yeah, I forget that sometimes, just going around doing goofy, fun, silly things. But yeah, apparently I'm reaching some people, and that means a lot to me that you would share that. Thank you guys. All right, so now how about the viewer video of the week? Let's switch gears. All right.
Of course.
This is
in Ken fashion.
Well, I don't want to dwell on this. But yes, we have freewell filters from freewellgear.com for the winner this week. And the winner this week is... And it's a great handle. Steady Eddie. What a great name for a drone pilot. Steady Eddie. Okay? He says, "Hey, Ken, I was able to link up with a local yoga studio and arrange for a day of filming. This is a one take. You've seen the fly-throughs that people do? Danielle? Yeah. Okay. And that I put together for them. It's an advertisement or something for their website. Who wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall of a yoga studio? Oh, did I mention they do aerial performing arts too? Hope you enjoy. Steady Eddie." So this is really cool. This is Steady Eddie's Yoga FPV. Enjoy the viewer video of the week. I got to do one of these fly-throughs one day. I think I'm skilled enough. You just got to do a lot of planning.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And here's them doing the aerial stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you done this?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I would have flown. Totally. This is really well done. But wait, there's more. Can you do that? Can you do all that stuff?
No, not some of that stuff. I've never tried.
There's a dude up there. Is that a dude?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Smart one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
That was great. That was great.
That was.
Yeah, somebody said that's the video of the month. Yeah, awesome.
And it was yoga.
Yoga. I never thought
Shout out to the yogis.
That was, yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Steady Eddie. One more time, if you want to send in a video, you can do it here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. I'm still taking your crash videos for volume 7, so get those in as well. Make sure you put crash in the subject line. Okay. I guess that's it. I'm just emotionally drained, between having you here and all the stuff that we learned today and that letter. My goodness. It's been a fun show. I'm glad to return home and do it from the studio. Oh, I do have to mention our sponsor. Oh yes, remotepilot101.com. You know that sexy beast, Jason Shappert, that 2-watch wearing man pilot being sexy god of the air. He is an instructor and he is an author, and by golly, you're gonna learn. You want to get the knowledge. People email me all the time. Hey Ken, I'm flying over here, but then there's a sign that somebody got and they put up, and then the town doesn't want me to fly, but the Before You Fly app says I can fly. Well, look, learn how to read sectional charts, and then you can just be like, I know where I could fly. And you can do that by going to remotepilot101.com. The video course will teach you how to get your certification. You get that little card that the ladies love. Oh, don't you? Don't you, ladies? Ladies swoon when they know you're certified. Or certifiable. But use Heron18 to get that 30% off. Go to remotepilot101.com. Get your 14 CFR Part 107 and become legal when you charge people for your aerial footage. All right? They're updating the curriculum all the time, so when the FAA tries to be tricky, oh, Shappert's right there. He's like, oh, no, you don't, FAA. I'm going to teach them all about the real deal. So go there, remotepilot101.com. Heron18, 30% off. That's for life. And when you have to take your recurrent tests, you will be ready. Love you. Mean it. Danielle, you going to get certified once you get your drone?
Maybe. Hey, where is Beauchart tonight?
Oh, I was wondering if anybody was going to ask about that.
A lot of people have noticed.
Were they?
Yes.
Well, let's go up to the Great White North and check out the Weekly Beauchart.
Hi, everybody. Jim Beauchart back again with another episode of the Weekly Beauchart. Ken, I think I speak for everybody when I say we're glad you're home, safe and sound. Now, Mr. Pottyhead will join us shortly, but I'd like you to introduce Mr. Potty Mouth.
Yeah, you, Chicago, you, Barkley, you hit me. I didn't kick it out of the car. What the man? I didn't know I hit you. How can you not know you hit me?
Mr. Pottyhead here. Ken, I just got a call from your mother, and she suggested I wash your mouth out with soap.
Yeah.
And Danielle, it's a pleasure to finally meet you too. Which reminds me, a nutritionist told an anorexic patient that you are what you eat. And the anorexic person yelled back with an offended tone, so you're saying that I'm nothing?
Oh.
And what should you do if a nutritionist knocks on your door? You should invite him in. And now here's a quick one, because as usual, we are running out of time. I grilled a chicken for 2 hours, and he still wouldn't tell me why he crossed the road. And on that note, ba and bye.
Thank you, Mr. Beauchart.
Yay.
Awesome as usual. You got some nutritionist jokes in there.
Yeah, and he had some great clips of you.
Yeah, had you not seen that?
Fired up.
Have you not seen that? That's from the trip. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You should.
I know that side of you. I wonder if this shows. Is that the first time people have seen that side of you? Like
I've revealed the angry side of me in during this trip. Yes, especially in Flagstaff. Go back and watch that video. There's no kinder, gentler Ken in that one. I was pissed off. See?
Yeah, but you know what was cool? It was your reaction time was. I mean, I know there's adrenaline good, but it was like boom, boom. Hey, follow me. He hit me. I'm chasing him. I'm going. And it wasn't like. I mean, it was like. Maybe 2 seconds. Oh my God, he hit me. Oh my God, he hit me. I'm going.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't have been.
A lot of people are stunned. When you watch accidents on TV, on YouTube or something, a compilation, it's like, boom, you see the person like that was hit. They're still conscious, but they're rolling into another car. Like, hit the brakes. You just, you know what I mean? Like, just.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
but you've also had pretty much some good experience of car stuff.
Yeah, I've had
accidents enough that in your brain has linked these events to mean that there's a next step. Whereas when it's your first time, you don't think of the next step because you're stunned.
Right.
You know?
And if it's a hit and run, then they're gone. But I saw those taillights going through the red light. If you have a chance, if you haven't seen that video, watch that video. But then just remember that Uncle Ken is all good now. All good. All good. Yay, insurance. Yay, insurance.
But your favorite place in Arizona was?
At Danielle's side.
I meant like Phoenix.
Oh.
You liked Phoenix the most?
In Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It was really great weather, and we were all at that big rock with the hole in it. It was just it was a good day overall.
It was a good day.
Yeah, I would say the best part of the trip for me was seeing you.
Thank you.
It's true. It's true. I hadn't seen you in 20 years. I wanted to see you again before I die.
It was fun.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was a good time.
It was really healing.
It was. Yeah. You see me again, like before 20 years?
Sure.
Maybe? Okay, good. That's a good deal. All right. Well, with that is the end of our show.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thank you so much for co-hosting, Danielle. You'll be back again soon, right?
Yes, I would love to come back.
Awesome. I think Kelly Green's coming back next week. Thank you for getting the red shirt memo. Appreciate that. We're both wearing the red shirts.
Maybe I should send this one to you. Might be a little tight.
But don't wash it. Thank you to Ben Cartwright, our airline pilot. Appreciate it. And thank you to Jeff Sills, who was sick just yesterday, but pushed through and did the news because he is a workaholic and he cares about you, as do I. Thanks, everybody, for supporting the channel. Until next time, Bye. That's it.
jerky, pigeon jerky, the killer like a processed meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
A tail like a processed meat. Yeah. That was so funny.
You'll enjoy Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly, Jeff and Ashley too. There'll be fun and quizzes and Kelly's misses. The bird is the word in the news. It's the #1 live stream, it's got pizzazz. There's only one rule, don't fart in the rats. If you think it's funny, super chat some money, 'cause TNL is here for you. Yeah!